Aloha and happy Earth Day and happy new moon in Taurus. Isn't that wonderful that on the 50th anniversary of Earth Day, we've got a new moon in Taurus, the Earth sign that Earth Day is always in, the sign of Taurus. But today is special because the moon is there along with the sun and Uranus, the great awakener. And how appropriate that Uranus is in Taurus now. It's the planet of humanity because its life cycle, our cycle, is about the equal to human life cycle. It takes about 84 years to transit the sun. So the last time it was in Taurus was in the mid 30s, maybe 35. And you know, Taurus is a very innovative sign, and being in Taurus, Uranus in Taurus, it's the planet of humanity, and Taurus is the Earth. So the Earth really taking responsibility for caretaking the Earth. I notice a lot of people have been planting their gardens. I know because of the quarantine and the COVID-19 situation and making everyone stay at home. But also since Uranus has been in Taurus, which has only been maybe a year now or so, but we're really feeling the effects with all this Capricorn and the Taurus energy. And so there's a lot of food innovation. The last time Uranus was in Taurus, like I said, 84 years ago or so, so a lot of people probably weren't around. So these aspects are truly once in a lifetime, but some of the innovations that came out of that was actually the chocolate chip cookie and the potato chip, two of my favorite comfort foods. And when it comes to Taurus, it's all about comfort, the creature comforts, and feeling comfortable. What fills your soul with comfort? What makes you feel secure in your values? Planting seeds. Now is the best time to plant seeds in this new moon, being in Taurus, because it's the new moon cycle, and it will go, it's early, it's at 3 degrees, and Uranus is at 6, so it'll come up in conjunct Uranus shortly over the next few days. And the moon will also make some nice trines to the stellium in Capricorn, Jupiter and Pluto, which have been ruling the year so far with all this Capricorn energy. So we'll get some nice positive trines. So planting the seeds now is going to ensure a healthy and abundant crop. And if that's something that makes you feel secure, then now is the best time to really get going with it. The chart is showing us that it is a good time to really get going because all of the planets are in forward motion. They're all kind of lined up in a divine cosmic intelligence, starting with the sun and moon. You can see in Taurus, and then Venus is ruling the chart, and she's in Gemini. And if you've had any inkling to stargaze, she's the first celestial being that appears in the sky after the sun sets, and she's so bright. She also appears before the sun sets on the western horizon right around twilight. And as this moon grows into her, going into her stages, her moon phases, she will conjunct Venus. And that'll be one of the first glimpses of her we'll have in the night sky. As you see her crescent moon phase, the Diana's bow, she will be conjoining with Venus up there. So it should be a very beautiful sight if you're able to get outside and catch a glimpse of that, probably starting Friday, for sure Saturday, and into the weekend. And as she grows into her full moon phase, her full moon phase will be in Scorpio. And a lot of things will be revealed over the next couple weeks, because right now, if you look at the chart, Everything's on one side. We've got the power pack in Capricorn, like I said, with the Jupiter and Pluto. And then we've got Mars and Saturn in Aquarius, the next sign. Pisces is hosting Neptune still, the ruler of Neptune, along with Ceres. And then we've got Mercury in Aries, the following sign, the spring equinox. And of course, the power pack of Sun, Moon, and Uranus in Taurus. And then Venus up there at the top of Gemini. And what that side of the zodiac all has in common is that's the yang building energy. It's from the winter solstice of Capricorn until the brightest time of the year, which is Gemini, right before the solar summer solstice. So you see right now all those planets are working together. They're all lined up from Capricorn through Gemini. If you think of a yin-yang symbol, it's the white, it's the light rising to its peak, which is Venus in Gemini. You can see she's the brightest celestial object in the sky, and she's ruling the chart. So the energy is all moving towards her. And in that yang forward motion direction, all lined up. There's no planets in the summer or winter or autumn signs. So what is the summer and autumn going to bring for us? We don't know. It's the great mystery. And I think as this moon phase goes past conjunction with Venus and starts getting into Cancer, the summer solstice sign, and opposing the Capricorn planet, she'll start revealing more of what the summer and autumn months are going to bring. And as she winds up in her Hoku phase, her full moon phase, it'll be in Scorpio. And Scorpio is the best sign for uncovering the truth of what's going on. And so we have a lot of mystery. It's kind of the yin and yang. We've got half the chart in the yang and nothing in the summer and autumn signs. So that's still to be revealed, what will be happening for the summer and autumn months. So we can just really take one day at a time. And Taurus is great at that because Taurus is can be on the slow side. They like to be thorough. It's like planting a seed. It takes time to grow. You just don't throw a seed in there and the next thing you know you have a lemon tree or whatever. It takes time to grow. You have to water it, you have to nurture it, you have to care for it. It's very Taurian. It's caring. It's what makes you feel comforted, what nurturing and caring for. That's very Taurus. Taurus is the senses, sensual. The smell, I have this lei, so I'm smelling it. When I go out and we have to wear these masks and cover up our sensuality, this is the Taurus sign. I take my little spray I made with some chamomile tea, it's calming, and some lavender oil. And I put that on there and I breathe the aromatherapy because we're walking around when we're outside and we're in public, which is Uranus, planet of humanity, and people, around people, then we have to cover up our senses, our sense of smell, and our mouth. And the mouth represents Taurus, kind of you are what you eat, what you say. So it's very important that when we're not in public, put down the mask and, work on this area, maybe do some tapping, some facial massage, some head slides, some neck rolls, all these this is all the Taurus area, the senses, the sensuality. What makes you feel sensuous? Is it, taking a relaxing bath under the full moon, under the new moon tonight with your crystals and maybe some bubbles and maybe some essential oils, or maybe making a romantic candlelight dinner? Is that going to make you feel your sensuality. Taurus is all about sensuality, and now that we've got this new moon, the sun and moon, and Uranus, the great awakener, how can we awaken our senses? We're being called to the quarantine, so a lot of us are alone, but we can still self-love ourselves. And by misting, I mist myself, and make myself feel good. And that's very Taurean. You want to make yourself feel good. And also, you want to be prepared, alert, on guard, ready for anything. If you have faith in your spiritual faith, there's really nothing to fear. So, just really trying to tune into what makes you feel secure, what makes you feel sensual. Eating really good food that you grow is the best. Now is the best time to really, get your garden growing. So by summer, you will have an abundant crop. Drinking lots of healthy elixirs, a lot of healthy fluids, the ginger turmeric lemonade, teas, chamomile tea at night is very calming. Breathe in the aromas and drink in the sensuality. Sing. I've been singing a lot. You don't have to necessarily hold a tune, but just to express yourself, because Taurus is the voice. And like I said, now we're, this area is kind of closed off to the world, so we have to go inside and find our own mantras, or, as you're gardening or whatever you're doing, sing. Say the affirmations of how you want to see and feel in your world. Sing or say out loud the affirmations of what you're planting and what you want to see emerge from that. If you want lots of abundance, sing to your plants, talk to your plants. I make my own kombucha. I sing to my kombucha, and it's delicious. And because what you're putting out there is what you're going to bring in. What you say is, awakening the new identity of what we want to call in, because there's a lot of mystery. There's a lot of unknown. So what do we want that unknown, what do we want to fill that unknown with? Again, like I said, with the Venus ruling up there in Gemini, just kind of having the last say, it's kind of, we kind of have to trust in the cosmic intelligence that's evolving, and with our relationship to the natural world, which is the planets and the stars and, the essences. That's the aura of the solar system. We're part of the solar system. We're part of Earth. It's Earth Day. We want to honor the Earth. We want to put the Earth first. We want to raise our vibration, like looking up to Venus, seeing how beautiful she is and sparkly. If we want to be like that, we need to, tune into that energy. How can we raise our vibration? How can we become the spiritual alchemy of love? How can we fight evil? It's through the progress and the good. We want to raise our vibration like the beautiful stars that we see at night, especially Venus, and under all these meteor showers and falling stars. Throw out your wishes. What can it hurt to make a wish if you see a shooting star? Why not? Because the more you give, the more you put out there, the more joyousness it's going to bring. If you have extra plants, extra starts, extra food, sharing with others that could use them, that's going to create a lot of joyousness in the world and going to fill you with joy as well by giving. Taurus is all about giving and releasing, and so is Scorpio, which this new moon will become full in the sign of Scorpio. And so with all the unknown, the best advice, of course, is keep calm and carry on, and do what makes you feel good. Do what you know to be right, and one day at a time, and being generous. And also I'm really feeling that use your sensuality, because we are sensual beings. We're human beings. You know, the technology of, you know, all the Aquarius, the Saturn in Aquarius, everyone's having to go online and be cut off from, you know, hugging and all, you know, all of that. If, you know, self-love and the sensuality of loving yourself and loving the ones that you can love. If you, you know, live with your loved ones, then show them love. You know, maybe make a special dinner for them. The creature comforts, what, you know, they call it comfort food because it fills your soul with comfort. And so, you know, doing little things like that, like making a comfort food meal, and of course blessing the food and being grateful for the food. You know, maybe break out that good bottle of champagne. You know, Taurus is all about quality over quantity. So why not enjoy your life even if you are in quarantine? You know, enjoy it as much as you can, because that's what's going to bring you a sense of comfort and a sense of sensuality, you know, smelling the flowers. Ah, it smells so good. So if you can, get outside, tune into nature on this Earth Day and this new moon, and plant those seeds and be abundant. And you know, the abundance of the Uranus with the Taurus, you know, it can create financial freedom too. Taurus is also about, you know, our values, and it values money, and you know, there's systems we're moving away from, but how can we move into the new, and how can we break through? You want to, you know, you want to find that breakthrough for that financial freedom. And there's a lot of good aspects this month with these earth signs in Taurus and trining the Capricorn stellium as well. So I wish you all a very sensual and comforting new moon in Taurus, and may the world be a better place for all sentient beings, and more harmonious and more healthy for all. Mahalo.